So imagine you're watching Interstellar, but you're on shrooms and you're also drunk, and you pretty much have the movie that is High Life. This movie stars Robert Patterson, Twilight guy, vampire. We all know, we are familiar with him, who's on a spaceship hurtling towards a black hole. Now, just from that, you'll probably think, wow, this movie is great. Sounds like a thriller. We're into the great beyond on a spaceship. Go, and conquer space. But no, this movie is shocking, disturbing, rattling. This movie definitely pushes the envelope as to what I think is even illegally allowed to be shown on screen. I mean, there are so many like what the fuck moments in this film that it's actually ridiculous. And in that way, it's actually similar to Midsommar and Hereditary, because all three of those films, High Life included in that three, push the envelope, really makes the viewer uncomfortable, and it just feels bizarre, and you're just really confused, and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching again? So I guess the best way to describe this movie is really uncomfortable, but it works out because the plot is pretty good in this film, and the disturbing nature of the film isn't so over the top that it takes away from the plot, and it also makes sense in the context of what's happening in the story, which is in contrast to Midsommar, where I feel like that movie was just grotesque and disturbing just for the sake of being grotesque and disturbing. But here, all the disturbing scenes that we have in High Life fit the plot, and it fits the context of what is going on. Acting wise, Robert Patterson does a pretty decent job. There isn't really that much for him to really provide in this film because the dialogue is very limited and is very to the point and blunt. But again, that fits the feel and atmosphere of this movie because this movie is pretty somber and melancholy. So it fits the mood that there isn't much dialogue in this film, is very to the point, very blunt, and it fits that overall tone of really just being sad. Some things that I didn't like about this movie is the fact that by the time the movie credits roll around, there are a bunch of unanswered questions that we still have lingering. This movie doesn't really do a good job in providing answers. It does for majority of the things that happen in the film. We get answers to that, like where people are, why people are here, what's going on. But some things are left unanswered, and it does leave a sour taste in your mouth, and you feel like you're just waiting to figure out why did this happen? Why was that such a big event or such a specific heartbreaking point in the film? So I guess a lot of that just left up for your own conjecture and your own theories as to what is going on. Why did certain characters do what they did? This movie also uses exposition to catch the viewer up to speed with like the world of what's happening, how our characters got here, why they're on their ship, why they're doing what they're doing on the ship. But I don't really like that because that's told to us through flashbacks and again exposition. While I would much rather through the events that we see unfold in front of us for the viewer to piece things together themselves. Rather than having us being provided a like backstory and catching up to speed. I'd rather the viewer does that for themselves. By putting pieces together, like little bits and clues that are left strewn throughout the movie. But again, the movie doesn't really do that. It just relies on backstories and flashbacks to catch the viewer up to speed. It is what it is. Personally, not my cup of tea. I don't like when movies do that. But the overall, this movie is like, it's uncomfortable, it's bizarre, it pushes the envelope, it's rattling. If I had to give this movie 1 out of 10, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10, primarily for the fact that it is a unique experience, and that's why I would suggest people to watch this film, just so that you can experience the bizarre nature of this film. Or not really bizarre, I should more so say the disturbing nature of this film and a lot of the scenes that unfold in it. So yeah, with that, go and again, sorry guys if the synopsis is just kind of vague. I can't spoil anything that's in this film, but just know that this movie it's pretty much nothing what it's really like exactly from like the synopsis I gave from the beginning. There's a lot of shocking moments in this film. Can't stress that enough, guys. But okay, yeah, 7 out of 10. If you haven't watched this film, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm subscribed here for more reviews in the future.